Hello, good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Total War 1. If you're curious what's going on now, this is just a little benchmark because I wanted to make my videos for you guys a lot more better and a lot more efficient. And basically, I got a few more. I got a few things to help my computer better. I got a new processor and I got a bit more RAM as well, just to help sort out the game and allow it to have a little bit more frame rate. So you can see here that there's a bit of a comparison of the frame rate, and yeah, it's been pretty good. So yeah, we're into Total War Warhammer, and we have finally got ourselves 2 kings. Finally, and yeah, I'm going to dive right ahead in, and I'm going to be basically picking the legendary Lord Grand Hierophant Khatep, because I feel like with him, I'm just going to load it as well. I'm going to set the difficulty, with the difficulty set at hard for the campaign, and then I've also modified it so when I'm in battles, it's on very hard, so it's going to be a challenge for me. And the reason why I went on like hard and then very hard is when you have it in very hard, the AI can sometimes make it a bit unfair to have a little bit of fun. You kind of have to go into a try-hard mode, and it's not that very fun, especially if you want to try and make a fluffy and a lore-friendly army. Like say if I wanted to have a lot of Casket of Souls for Khatep, because I don't know, I feel like he would be the kind of guy to have that, in my opinion. And in some games it would be pretty hard to. The AI would just go around that, and I don't know, whatever. I'm procrastinating too much. I'm going to start unloading it until we can watch the little cinematic trailer, which we have to see it, and it's going to be pretty good. And yeah, it's already sounding pretty cool. And as I was saying, yeah, the reason why I've also picked Grand Hierophant Khatep is that he's going to be an interesting challenge because he's very squishy, and yeah, I want to have that as a thing to try and getting around that, not allowing him to die and whatnot. And I also feel like I'm going to change one of my campaigns as well. I have a Greek Head Taker Vortex campaign, and I might change it to the new Tricket Cravendale, or as my friends say, Cravendale. Yeah, because I feel like for him it would be definitely more interesting because, yeah, we had Kropgar and Greek Head Taker right next to each other. It's basically the same campaign and it's a bit boring. But yeah, cool. But yeah, on with this now. Spooky. I was gonna say like, well, there's nothing happening. I don't know. Has my game crashed?
The living are not welcome in Nehekara.
Aha.
For this
it's a shame I'm not in Nekahara.
Ruled by the Tomb Kings.
I've been exiled from there, but I'll be coming home.
The mortuary cult were the first to deny death's embrace, if not the ravages of time. Lich Lord Khatep seeks to return the cult to Cetra's grace.
Yes. We'll be like, hey Cetra, I can now turn you into a god. How do you feel about that now?
But the Tomb Kings awoke to unlife, no longer beatific sovereigns. Their kingdoms as decayed as their bodies. The glory of Khemri lost, forgotten.
Definitely much better animation, like openings. It's an actual, like, properly decent, arted out and animated system, rather than it just being like, here's a 3D render of an old man walking around it. A few cutscenes of people being killed by the faction that you're playing as. Ooh. It actually feels like a proper interesting story and an opening, like from another game.
But it remains sealed.
And that is a lot of priests.
Priests are tasked with finding access.
There's like just a few 100,000 priests. Think of the vortex as like a cast of them.
Seeking clues. Discovering an obelisk inscribed.
And as well as the subtle animation of his head going up as well to look at this obelisk. Very fascinating.
The answer lies in the 9 books of Nagash.
Awesome.
The original tomes of Undead lore, authored by the
Also hinting towards Nagash's grand
due to the
return.
turbulence of the vortex across the ocean, not 9, but only 5 books are needed. Then, the pyramid shall open.
I'm curious to see if all the ending, see if the ending is different for each faction character as well. Because I know that I've looked at this as also Akaida as one, and it's literally just the same other than the fact that when you saw Khatep, she was there like that as well. So it's kind of the same.
Raise your warriors, the legions of Khemri.
Unless it's just going to be like something like the end Vortex story is just going to be like blah 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 win Akaida or Grand Hierophant Khatep something won, and it's just like insert character's name here.
His wish exiled me.
Hey, and we haven't even got old Granddad talking about this opening as well.
Barren lands of Nagaroth, but they will not stop me from still serving my king. I have failed him once in the search for unlife, but I shall not fail again. I yearn to journey back to Khemri, past the bestial hordes that war with us, and across the cold mountains, harboring a dark, chaotic magic, as unsubtle as it is destructive.
Interesting.
If I am to return to Nekara, I must find safe passage. The coast is guarded by high elves, and a great ocean filled with peril.
Makes sense.
Yet these lands of the dark elves and the jungles of Lustria may yet still provide what the mortuary cult seeks.
The Day of Awakening. But it's also interesting, we have something on the coast, which is also referred to as the Awakening. That and also a lot of the books of Nagash is on this island, ironically.
But to gain entry, I must seek out the books of Nagash. These tomes of our arch enemy are the
I'm gonna say also, poor dude to have to do this voice acting.
King Satara's grace.
But hey, kudos to the voice actors as well. They must be at the end of these voice at the end of doing these scenes, they're just there like, I need some water. I know it's an empty glass, but I mean, it's funny. Fetch me my water. Yo, dude, you don't have to be him anymore. You don't have to do the voice acting anymore. You can be normal now. I can't help it. It is a pain. But yeah, so let's get into this campaign. Oh, and also starting the campaign with a hierophant. Hiero Titan. I was going to say a hierophant, that was completely different, that's 40k territory. But yes, let us go ahead and get to this recruitment area. And these pesky dark elves must be annihilated. And screw you! Stupid. Absolutely stupid. And also, ooh, hello, a skull reef right here. I'm going to grab you at some point. You'll be a nice money in my face right now. So let's go ahead and get some stuff. Some skeletons. And let's go ahead and get some more skeleton spearmen, because from looking at their stat comparisons, yeah, the melee defense of like 30 is really going to help out a lot to keep them alive, because we are just trash, kind of a lot of trash. And yeah, I was going to say the melee attack is increased, but I mean, I think for these guys it'd be better to have them try and hold while Khatep can cast his powerful spells or cast some other things to help defend against things. So yeah, let's go with a few more of you. Maybe yeah, let's just go with 4. So you have 4, and then they have a necrotic warrior, and then Yeah, 3 of these guys as well, and 1 more swordsman. So we have 4 swords, 4 spears, a Necrohowling warriors, and then some spearmen. Seems pretty good. I'm not sure how well these carrion birds will survive. They might just die pretty fast. And yes, and let's just shove this little creature in there as well. Why not? Yeah, I played this campaign a little tiny bit just to get some practice into Dark Elves, and so I can understand at least how it's going to go. So rather than just diving right in with no experience and then being there like I don't know what to do. I like how Khatep has his lords as well. Start with some buffs, which is going to be good. Getting this Far's protection of the armor and the melee defense is really going to help these guys to help stay alive in the fight, especially with it being an area of effect. So these guys could hold the lines effectively well. Maybe, to be honest, I should have went for the swordsmen, which have the higher melee attack, and then boost them to have the melee defense of the spearmen. So I don't know, but I feel like I'm gonna need some better infantry. So yeah, next turn I might get rid of this though, because in this building tree is kind of pointless. But let's get some horse riders, because yeah, the horse riders will help you have some speed and extra archery. And as far as the dynasties go, a lot of these dynasties seem cool, but after looking at his skill tree, Khatep buffs a lot of skeleton warriors and tomb guards, basically just infantry. So I'm thinking, where is it here? The wisdom of the 4th dynasty, because over here buffs things like temple guard. So at the late game they're going to be pretty strong. And then also we have temple guard over here being buffed. I mean, I'm gonna have to go and see actually, because over here I'm sure there's some ink. I'm gonna have to try and find some that just buffs skeleton warriors. Horses. Let's see, chariots. Maybe there isn't one that just buffs the standard skeletons because they're so squishy. They're like, why would you bother trying to buff them in the first place? Yeah. I'm just going to go with the 4th dynasty, just because buffing the Tomb Kings will be definitely helpful. So yeah, let's go for that one. And I'm going to check how those scouts are, because the location for all of these Books of Nagash change every time. So I definitely much like this one, with plus 20 magic reserves, because Khatep could be able to spam spells like the unbelievable levels of awesomeness. And let's see. Plus 10 generated per turn, that could be handy. Where'd I have to go for that? I have to go up here, which isn't that far actually. It's only just a little stroll up, maybe 2 or 3 turns. Maybe when I get my second army I can get that. And income from trading, not needed at the moment, but it is pretty close. But I might just raise her city so I can just get her out of the way. Not really needed. Because, yeah, it's pretty good for the start. The Lord's capacities, I know, plus ranks to Lords is only plus 3, so it's not that great. There's other ones that are better. It's a shame, because the 5th book of Nagash that's a really strong buff to give plus 5 to Tomb Guard, and also Tomb Guard Helmets. That's 10 units of Tomb Guard I can get. It's a shame it's all the way over there. That's a bit of a pain in the bum. Actually, it does just say though, defeat the following barons. So maybe they could move a little bit closer to me. They might move around the map, or maybe just be like their starting locations. Yeah, a lot of these guys are the pilgrimage people, so I could try and find them and hunt them down. Let's see. Yeah, definitely I'll probably go for this one first, and then go for that one, because the research rate is definitely handy, because researching takes a long time. If you were to go maybe do 2 or 3 dynasties in, and you're there for ages waiting for them, you can always get to them faster. And like the sandstorms, pretty handy. I'm not sure what that entirely means. Oh, it means just attrition. Yeah. And yeah, plus 50% to... Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I have a look at it, yeah, so I'm kind of procrastinating way too much. I should have just looked at these and then came up with a desired thing, as I was saying, because I've been here mumbling for like, oh, that's pretty good. But yeah, moving on to it. I'm just like with my friends, or whenever we play a turn-based game like this, they're always there like, what are you doing? Like, seriously, like, this is turn 1 and you're just here mumbling to yourself for like 10 minutes. Yeah, and this video is going to be a tiny bit longer because my first video is always going to be a bit long. And you haven't seen much gameplay already, as, yeah, things happen. So yes, yeah, you are, you sneaky people. Where do you think you're going? Gonna try and head into an ambush behind me, huh? It's very funny how he even tells me, like, you went into an ambush, and then I see where you go, and I'm just there like, oh, you don't say! Yes, I have found their ambush. Ambush has been discovered. Next turn, I could turn around and smash your face in. The thing I do like about the Tomb Kings, though, is because there's no income, like no upkeep for your units, you can just build up an army very, very quickly, which is going to help me out a lot, because I always find that's the biggest problem, building up armies and having enough units to deal with the AI. Even if you are, though, to be honest, trashy spearmen. At least the priest would help to help, but yeah. I'm not going to be doing anything this turn, so just boom, end turn. Maybe I could have like hindered their replenishment on that Dark Elf unit and maybe get a level up, but it's not really going to do much. Moving up to there, to try and defend that spot. That's Titan Peak. Such a cool thing. And obtain the following exotic animals. That's interesting. There's one right down here in solar freights. Meh, whatever's. So he went back into an ambush down, so it's probably around here somewhere. I could just, you know what I'll do is get out. Because sometimes moving around I can find you. No. Don't see you. Fair play. Might as well just try and spring this trap. Well, yes, you can ambush me if you desire. I know you haven't got many units anyway, so let's embrace it. This is probably gonna go like dreadful. First battle, gone. But I feel like with the units I have, I should be fine. I just have to keep an eye out for my skeleton spearmen. They could get some serious problems very, very quickly. But hey, for all I know, they might have ambushed me, but they might just be deployed like miles away, which I've seen sometimes they do that with ambushes and they don't take advantage of the fact that they could be pretty much invisible for a long time and get really right up into your face. Just walking around. Us two just shambling around because you have no abilities to actually go around. I have little scouts out. There they are on the left-hand side. I sees ya. Let's grab all these guys then. Let's fall back over here. You think you can catch me? You fought wrong. Haha, surprise, joke's on you. I am invincible with my high armor stats. Let's fire onto these guys over here. And let's get some surrounds going on. Because you really think this is going to help you out? This is not going to help you at all, mate. You are just going to get surrounded and you are just going to get bushwhacked. Yeah, let's deal with these guys again. Before I do that though, just line up a little bit better. Yep. Come on, hierophant, have a little bit of fun time in here. And let's get a surround on. Speaking of surrounding, actually, these guys can surround a little bit better. Speaking of that, you guys can come out from this fight. And we can send you guys over there now. And fire into this big group. Boom. Let's just keep on getting some surrounds on. Might as well send you over there as well. And now we can get this mass armor up and really start sorting these guys out. Yeah, instantaneously routes all these guys. Hold them in place, do not let them escape. We don't want any of these silly dark elves to be so foolish. There, victory. Now let's just pummel this dreadlord away. See how you feel the might of 500 arrows penetrating your throat. Okay, that's really dark and brutal. But yes, easy cleanup over here. Go my pretties. I didn't even need to use any of my sandstorms. No Darude sandstorms were used in the making of this video. Yes, just keep on chasing them now. Actually, I could put you down here as you run away. Go, my pretties! This is just an amazingly funny horde. This is perfect. Let's get these guys as they run away. They think they can escape, but no, they will not. Let's go my hierophant, why not? Oh, so funny. You can run, but you can't hide from me.
Get out of here!
Just pummel some of these guys now. We've picked on the other unit for too much. That and these guys are further, so I have to deal the damage to these guys as they run away. And let's slow them down with the carrion birds. Carrion birds have had a bit of a fun time as well. You think you can regroup, eh? This battle was rather long enough, to be honest. Let's get a buff over here so these guys can not suck so badly. Yes, run, my pretties. We're coming for you. And yes, let's have a look at these guys. Probably not the bestest positioning. They probably can't fire most of their shots off. Oh, so good. Shoot them down from the skies, my brothers. Not sure what's going on over here, though. Let's go ahead and buff my hierophant, which is currently at the moment having a few bits of dial-up problems. You having a fine time there, sir? Just, yeah. Just, I am not sure what to do. What is this? How do I do this? Functioning, not, Maybe there's too many people around him for him to get around. You can at least spirit leech him. Can't even do that slightly. Decisive victory. Everyone was slaughtered. That was embarrassing for you, wasn't it, Sir Dark Elves? You thought the ambush you can hide from me and maybe attack my city? No, sorry, not possible to you. Let's see, what do I want? Connecting jars with the money and the plus 20 movement range. Ooh, that is sexy. I could be able to sprint around like a lunatic, which would really help me at the moment. Getting that host of skulls. So I'm gonna take that. So I really want to grab that quickly. You run away, surprisingly, and still survived.
Never.
Somehow. That's just perfect logic. But I'm going to go back into recruitment, and actually maybe I'll have to see one more turn until the horses. So actually, what I should do is just hunt you down and wipe you out. Only 10 kills. What a shame. And then we did the cartridges ours this time. Because we got the money from winning that fight. And then Splinter wait. So yeah, I don't actually get any further range, probably because I've already got my plus 20 movement range from that terrain. That's pretty good. So basically I went from being into a march stance without needing to be in a march stance. That's pretty good. And I'm thinking I want to get the 2 knights, as the horses. So yeah, get the skeleton horses and skeleton archers, so there'll be 4 more. 3 plus 4, yeah, that'll be enough then. So yeah, and then these guys are still too weak to really do some damage to me. I mean, there might be recruiting, but yeah. And let's get some upgrades going. We've got 2 upgrades, one over there and one somewhere else. I want to get Neuron's Incantation of Protection, like the words. I was going to say that's the longest one ever, no, but it's actually a Purger's Incantation of the Righteous Smiting. That's probably the longest one. Or was it? Or was there a longer one? Let's have a little look through here, because these names in, yeah, this lore of Necrohara is just strong. Akmet's Incantation of Skullstorm, and yeah, and they even get longer because the name will go to upgraded version. I think it's this one, Joff's Incantation of Cursed Blades. Let's see. I think I'll go for the Incantation of Cursed Blades upgrade. Why not? Over here, let's get the pass protection cooldown increase, because that'd be very helpful. So yeah, the gash do move around, so I can hunt you down and find you. So maybe you might become closer, but from what it looks like, you might just be wandering around the island for a bit. Yeah, because you're really close now to me. So let's get this Skull Reef, shall we? Oh yeah, a skull-shaped lair layering ominously on the horizon could only be hidden hordes of counts Nitulus, the legendary vampire admiral, who was the scourge of the seas and the great vessel. The Blood River, the legend has it that Nitulus Blood River legend treasures it hidden upon the great ocean and guarded a zombie crewmates damned to protect it from all eternity. This that is until the fleet chases upon the layer. So I got myself about 3,000 gold, which it probably still would be 10k if you're a normal faction. You know, maybe they have reduced it to the faction. It usually be 10k, but I think for Team Kings, 3,000 is still a lot of money. Because yeah, I'm on almost 10k already. And yeah, plus leadership, which is going to be handy. Very, very handy. And let's see, can I get back onto shore with a normal movement? I can. So let's go back onto land and start recruiting some archers. And let's get a bit more money just for now, because I'm probably going to get to destroy this probably at some point, because I don't need it in this building for now, but the movement range is going to be really beneficial for me to get around a little bit further. Especially with the fact that I can get the movement range from winning a fight, plus 10% movement range because of the campaign skill, and then another plus 5%. I can move a long way when starting a turn that I've just won a battle in my territory. It's just going to be like, I'm going to be marching, I'm running around like crazy. Also, especially with this territory being such a large provincial territory. Aha! A Tomb King's Necrotep and Lich Priest enter your throne room and offer themselves in your service. A Tomb Prince, Necrotep, and a Lich Priest. Which one do I accept? I already have a Lich Priest because I started with a Lich Priest, so that's fine. And I would like a Necrotep because I would like to get a few constructs. But the way I want to feel Grand Hierophant Khatep's army is, if you've ever seen the Casket of Souls model, you always had those halberdier looking guards protecting it on the actual Warhammer model. You probably won't see it anymore now because they've exiled the Tomb King models from existence, and they're no longer in purchasable models except for maybe things on eBay. But you always have those two guys. I feel like getting two tomb printers and having them constantly follow him around, because I'm also going to give Khatep his Casket of Souls as well. So I'm going to take the tomb print. Plus, it will give me something to actually deal the damage to lords, whereas these guys kind of can't do it with those pitiful stats. They are not going to do anything. They're going to just lightly tickle everyone to death. So yeah, boom, let's shove you in there. Actually, I should move a bit further away. I'll move over to here, and then, yes, he would automatically start following me again. Perfect. Perfect. And then I'm in a perfect positioning to attack Titan Peak. Can get myself a Casket of Souls already. And also plus unit reconnaissance. I'm going to wait a tiny bit though before I activate that. Let's see, I have a full army of 20, is 11 there, and there's only 5 in there as well. So that makes 16. Their stats are better though, and they do have Black Art Corsairs, so they're going to be a problem to deal with. But I also do have cavalry, so that's one good thing against for me. I think I can fight this. Why not? Let's see. Pretty even. So this one's going to be definitely an interesting one. Just have a little think around. Black Art Corsairs can easily be pummeled to death by my archers. And yeah, I can easily tie up their cavalry there, tie up them with the flock, the carrion birds and the archers combined, and the cavalry could deal with them. I'm gonna say cavalry could also deal with these guys as well if I can micromanage them right. Alright, let's fight it. Why not? So yes, we are in the battle. And let's deal with some of these guys. Alright, so they're getting distracted now, so I can bring in my carrion birds and new units. I did get a charge over here from the archers, but luckily for me, I'm able to tie them down quite helpfully. And yeah, these guys could try and chase after them. These guys can move over there now. The archers and the melee constantly pecking them would be helpful. So yeah, I can chase after them easily. The only downside, for some reason, they just hit. Oh, it's because I'm losing a lot of infantry over here still. I need to have a little quick check around it. Okay, so I tied up those guys. Let's move on to the next ones. And leave the carrion birds over there to keep them in place. But we also need a bit of an armor increase and of a few stats increase. Speaking of that, let's buff the damage on my lord. My Brits as well. Good, good. No, good point. Are these guys alright over here? They chased them off. Good, good. Let's bring you guys back. I've terrored a lot of them off as well. That's pretty good. Let's just chase after them to get a little bit closer as well. And the flock of Joffers also terrified them off as well. That's good. Actually, I need to keep them back over there as well, so fly back in actually. And I can summon my the Ushapti, which over there is perfect to tear these guys to shreds. Hello, I've come to kill you now. And let's get ourselves another armor buff over here. And now this unit open for a storm. Let's get a charge up over here. Yeah, only nicely done. Time to pull them to pieces. Actually, these guys over here need to start to die, please. Speaking of that, where's their lord at the moment? Over here, having a little pounding session. Let's go ahead and buff you for a second. We don't need no binary on our little hierophant. We need all these guys all we can get. Over here. And over here. How are the carrion birds doing? They chasing off. They can come back now. And these guys are still chasing him off. Very good. And yep, they're dealt with now. And we have one more storm to come at some point. Which, speaking of that, these spearmen are getting some serious problems. Let's just buff them so they can try and hold out a tiny bit. Let's bring the knights back and have a little charge over here. Actually, charge into these blackout corsairs. The handbows. Oh wait, no, they're all starting to mass around now. We're starting to get good stuff here. Nicely done. Let's end this before I lose too many men. Typical victory. Not bad at all. Yeah, still a lot of kills on their blackout corsairs, even though I did try and single them out. Well, I kind of just fed them to Skeleton Warriors to beat through and just kind of tie them up with that. So they got a lot of kills, but it's just a unit of Skeleton Warriors, so I'm there like, you killed one unit of Skeleton Warriors. Ah. So yes, I will occupy you, thank you. And 10k is mine. So yeah, that's pretty good. And, ooh, hello. Yeah, I can get some carrion birds if I go and upgrade you, but I don't think I really want you. I would want to get some chariots instead. Let's go ahead and buff you, and let's go ahead and perform a rite. I want to get the Casket of Souls. Come hither, please. The Casket of Souls, you'll be mine. And now we have this trait done as well. All of my recruitments are also going to give me some mad rank ups as well. Slightly. They're a little bit ranked up. You can remember they were really ranked up earlier. I forgot why they were so ranked up. There was something that caused them to have some really high ranks. It's a raffle. This guy earlier had the Wise. He had the Wise trait when I played it earlier. So the reason why I was getting such a high rank on, I was getting a rank 3 on them because I had that right performed and then another +1 to my unit ranks or something. So they're a bit more stronger, but yeah, here's fine. Oh, so my skeleton archers with these guys died, so let's go 1, 2, and now we can, let's see, let's merge you together. So when I can recruit more, a little bit more defensive. It's only +2 extra to their melee defense, but it's good enough to help, which is going to definitely be of an assistance to me. Especially because these guys haven't ranked up yet either. So to get ones that are ranked up, that would be handy. Well, this is perfect timing. So these guys are hiding over there, and they attacked me. Fascinating. I reckon with the right spells I could be able to do this. I've also, with some ranks up, got myself the Neru's Incantation of Protection. That's going to help me out in those situations. And I've also got myself the Unrestless Dead to replenish my troops whenever I cast a spell. So I've greatly replenished their health for 7 seconds, which I like that number. So yeah, let's go ahead and fight this. And also with it being an interception battle, it's going to be right underneath them. So, I mean, a very short map, so I'll be able to nicely get, block a lot of men off, maybe with my infantry. We'll have to see. The thing I am worried about is these pesky hounds. Let's go ahead and have this little fight going on then. Let's go ahead and use one of my storms right here. I reckon that'll be some nice kills over there. And let's go ahead and buff these guys up. And defense over here. And just move these guys around here. over there seems like a good place against this, and my archers are cleaning up these guys down here nicely. Let's charge down and help them out a little bit. There's some arrows over here. Ooh! I did not notice these spears get over here. And they must have, yes, they must have killed all of my knights over here as well. That's not good. Let's get my archers to help out this lovely guy out. Supposedly, at the moment he's winning combat, but he's also going to be taking a lot of damage from that, which is not good. I need to help him out a little bit. That will help make him have some more resistance to stay in that fight a little bit longer. And let's get the little buff over here. Let's see, we've got to use Shakti now. I don't want to plonk him down. I reckon just plonking them down right here seems like a good spot than ever. Let's get their lord. And where do I want my sandstorm? The sandstorm I think would be good over there. Just rip these guys apart. And the high armor on my youth Shakti would not take any damage from that. Nicely done. These guys can all fire in over there still. As well as my Castle of Souls can fire still over here. Yep, everyone's running away nicely, except for these guys that are rallied. Annoyingly. Speaking of that, you need to have some help over there. Let's get a buff over here. The Lord is just not taking any damage, but I'm winning combat against all of them very well. But speaking of that, let's buff up my prince to have some melee defense. Sorry, melee attacks, but buffs. And yeah, all these guys are good. Let's just get all of my archers to fire over here now. And their lord's almost dying now, which is great. Let's see. Where is my hierophant? There. Nicely done. Let's end this fight here. I think we can do it. Nicely done. So that was a good reason I was over there, actually. I actually went over there and I was thinking, I'm having a rebellion soon. This is not a good idea. There are a lot of damage to their infantry, but I mean, oh yeah, it's an interception battle, so they'll be all killed from the interception battle. Haha, foolish people. And I'm going to get the Corrupting Jars because I want to get myself a Dynasty Unity Lord, which I'll be getting soon. Especially now I've got 200 points. Tasty. You know, next turn there might be a rebellion. Let's see. It's only -2, so there will be a rebellion. Let's see. 2 of them. Nice. And only 2? Oh. I thought I was able to recruit a lot more, unless there's a trait that causes me to not be able to. So we have ourselves a rebellion. Let's see what army they have. Okay, that's pretty strong to have a Hierophant and a Scorpion off the bat, but it's not strong enough to deal with my other army. So, and let's not by accidentally auto-resolve this. My finger was over that auto-resolve button, and that would have been dreadful. So, yes. Let's actually do this properly, and move myself over there. And now we can fight this.
Your king demands. Nekara will
Yeah, this is better now. Nekara shall be ours. What a weirdo, wasn't he? Wow, that was perfect. That storm just obliterated them. Those skeleton warriors just got murdered. That was a well-timed little bleed spell right there, if I ever saw one. And let's go ahead now and pummel these guys to the ground. And charge in now with my hierophant. And this is how you knew the Shen's being engaged. Land up, and let's charge in over here. And let's move around the flanks with these guys. And also we have ourselves some horse riders in distance. And let's deal with these guys over here. Also, speaking of spells, let's get some buffs going on. Very good. Now, yep. Let's get some rear charges going on. And surprisingly, my Casper Souls are doing some serious work for that Hierophant Titan. Hierophant Titan, Hierophant. No, yeah, it is a Hierophant Titan. Hero Titan. I keep on calling it a Hierophant Titan. I don't know why. Hero Titan. I get a tiny bit of friendly fire, but then a lot of them hit the Hierophant. Hero Titan. Hierophant again. Don't know where I keep on coming between that from. What was he all the way over there? I thought I saw all of you guys ages ago. You guys have all split up weirdly. I told you guys ages ago to go and fight them, but no. Let's go ahead now and get a buff on the... I think the priest. The prince will help out a lot in here. Let's get some rear charges. Let's get some charges off again. Cycle charge them to death. Yeah, they're all starting to crumble to pieces now. Let's send the lords off to deal with these guys, as well as the Hierophant Titans. And yep, let's charge back in over here. And a nice replenishment to everybody as well. Let's go ahead and get a buff over here, just to help these guys defend. And let's get all of our strong heroes with melee attacks. See these guys. And some overnight disappeared. I lost them, sadly. Oh, you're still alive. You were not going to be for long. Let's move over here. Yeah, shoot these guys down. funny how static their little fall over animation is. They're just there like, It looks just kind of funny how massively big they are. Oh, Scorpion is just beautiful. Oh, oh, that was brutal. You are dead. Oof. Almost a weird delay then. Decisive victory. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. You know, 0 kills in most of the people, but they just did damage and defended and held. And oof. Those spearmen just got destroyed though. Oh, that was the most successful vortex I've ever cast in my life. I casted it and it literally just, I thought I was just gonna miss it and they were just gonna run straight through it, but the storm stopped them and then just held them in place, and they just took so much damage from that. It was a horrific.
Let the living live.
Yeah, I need additional movement. Actually, I don't know if that was on my him. Oh, that was dumb. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just... Because it was a city, yeah, the city can gain extra movement. Whoa, that's going to be helpful. So yeah, I need to move over here. And be able to... I need to recruit some more loods. I don't know why I can only recruit 2. I used to be able to recruit 3. For some reason now I can only recruit 2. Interesting.
It's Lord of Henry.
So yeah, you're pretty good. Let's get some more spearmen.
Praise be.
So these Dark Elves are going to attack one of my cities, but which one I am uncertain. Hopefully they go for circular rates. Because, yeah, Titan Peak's pretty good so far. Probably should take the money out of that in case they do attack us. I don't waste the money. But oh well, I'll take that rush. Yep, they're gonna go for that one. It's almost like they knew. Yep. Awkward. At least they're closer to me. Of course they're not. They're gonna run away. Of course they are. Into a position where they can now take another settlement, and they're outside my range. This vexing. And yeah, let's go and get our new unique lord. Okay, so I am going to call this video here. It's been long enough. Tower Rebellion, and I've also got my unique lord from my dynasty, 4th dynasty, King Palmizaj. And probably not how you also present it, but oh well. Helmiz-ish. Yeah, close enough. And oh, actually, there's one of these. I'm going to need to find out where this book is up there. It is very close. 10 per turn is very, very handy, because that means 100 every 500 every 10 turns, and it's really close. So that could do a lot of help to me. That, and also the research rate would also really help. And speaking of research, I've just finished my research, so I should get myself a research. I'm going to research the Dark Brotherhood to gain a 10% ward to my Hero Titan. And it is going to be awesome. And yeah, nice big old lord of recruitment here. And yeah, I'm uncertain why for some reason I'm only getting -1 to my building recruitment. I wonder if there's like a building that's stopped that. Oh, I think there is actually. Let me see. Does this give me a building? No? Just 4 to skeletons. I'm trying to think if there's a building that decreases my recruitment slot for whatever reason. Because I was able to recruit 3, and now I'm only able to recruit 2. Interesting. So yeah, definitely going to end this video recording here. I just got distracted again. And in the next episode, I shall assault Sulfurites again. Yeah, I really should sort out defending my cities more. To be honest though, it is quite hard with you only having army limitations. I'm able to get 2. I've got 2 armies now. Even it's weak. Tyrant's Peak's been captured. That is not good. It's good. It was a ruin earlier, so I could have been able to capture it. But I mean, I would go to war with them. So I have to see how strong they are now. They are really strong, and for some reason, really far away. Like, I don't know how they have settlements so far away from me. Like, they expanded really far. Unless it's the fact that they expanded really far and really fast, but they have no strength at all. Probably the case. Because they probably just, like, settled a whole bunch of ruins. Yeah, because it's literally just been settled because there's still just nothing there. Especially no garrison either. So it's just been settled. So maybe once I've got Mazarish, got his army up a little bit and go and take Tyrant Peak. And I'm also going to give him a lord as well of Necrohara as well, just because the replenishment perks you can get from the spells are just way too useful not to like miss up. Maybe I should get a few more that have Law of Shadows, because the Law of Shadows is such an amazing spell tree, especially with Pit of Shades. Oof, it is a nightmare to deal with. But oh well, moving on swiftly, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, which is probably incredibly long right now. But see you guys in the next video. And remember, stay classy guys, and have a good old day to you. Goodbye!